Hello, Creative Collective. How are you doing today? Hope you are doing fantastic on this beautiful, amazing Sunday. Thank you so much for tuning in to Sundays with Suits. I'm Suits Healy, and we're rocking and rolling tonight. So, thank you for everybody who tuned in last night. Um, Make sure you're on the Things Network. You're watching them. You're giving them your support. You're tuning in. You're saying hello. How are you? Um, we're all para unity here. We're all trying to make this world a better place. Sometimes this world is a beautiful place, and sometimes it's not. Um, so I believe the universe gives us messages, right? We all believe that to a certain extent, right? Um, Not to a certain extent. We do believe that. Well, at least I do. I had rescued a cat, but we'll just go because personal is always better, right? Recently, I rescued a cat on the day my good childhood friend's father passed away, and I named the cat after this man. His name was Avalon, Billy Avalon, and so I named the cat Avalon. So Avalon's been staying around the house, right? Hadn't been really going anywhere, just chilling out, right? Um, the other day, he started scratching on the window, which is very, very odd. It's not normal for him to do. So I went out there. The next day, um, and I put him in his little. He has a little hut, and I put him in there. And the next day, he was gone. So I've been struggling with, you know, uh, what happened. Um, and I was thinking about tonight's episode on what to talk about. And I believe that everything that happens in our life, we get an idea, we get some inspiration, right? We're always seeking, we're always searching, we're always going for the gold, right? That's what we're doing. And we're trying our best. We're trying our best, our damn best. Hello, Paranormal Nation Radio. Hope you're doing well. Um, and so as we try our damn best, we continually put coins, right? Anything a paranormal investigator would tell you, um, one way that you know that spirits around is there'll be coins or shiny things around, right? And so I started finding coins around the house recently, which was telling me that spirit was abound, right? Um, and when I'm coming up with a topic for the show, I ask God. I say, God, I say, hey, I really want to talk about something that's important to everybody. And I think right now, with everything that's going on in the world, working with spirit um, during harsh times is probably one of the most difficult. I think for me at least. So I have this little lion here, right? And it reminds me to always knock, to always be polite um, in my work and in my investigation and in my everything. Just always be polite. Always ask permission before you enter. And I think so many people now don't do that, especially with spirit. People just come into spirit and they start talking. They're like, "Oh my God, me and spirit, we're best of buddies, man. We went out there, we started working, man. We just started doing everything, man. We just started, we started singing songs on the river about things that we don't know." Like that's what people start doing, and they don't realize that work with spirit is a privilege and an honor, and it's not to be abused, right? It's not to be abused. And I have seen so many people at times take advantage of spirit. Now you might say, Suits, what does this have to do with you missing a cat? Well, uh, cats scratch windows. That's what they do, right? Um, Things happen. Our nature is our nature. We're going to do things. We're going to talk about things. We're going to converse about things. And we're going to try our damn best to assure that when we communicate, we communicate authentically and truthfully. Now, if I would have known that was, I would have said something, right? I would have said, "Hey, um, thank you for giving me all the smiles. Thank you for keeping the snakes away during springtime. Thank you for da da da. But I didn't. I didn't. Now, who knows? He may come back. I hope he does. But when we're working with these harsh times, we have to realize that spirit is there to help us. The higher frequencies are there to help us. We just need to be polite when asking for help, right? I had a great teacher once tell me, said, you know, when he was talking about acting, but this goes in just general for life. He was like, when you walk on a stage, ask permission. And I was like, and it goes to the paranormal field very well, I think. Um, you're stating that something's bigger than you. Art is 10 times bigger than any of us. The paranormal world is 20 times, 100 times bigger than any of us. Working with spirit is so much bigger than us, right? We're just so much more. Um, so tonight, before we start, really, we got Atlas Conscience here. So if you have anything that you're dealing with, right, and that you're struggling with, that you have problems with, excuse me, you may watch this later, and that's fine. But we always put Atlas Conscious up here first for you to just get it off of you. Put that weight on Atlas Conscience. Don't let it to drown you. Don't let it burden you. Okay. So working with spirit during hard times, it's hard. It's very hard because like you'll have people who you love and cherish, and you want to work with them, and they want to work with you, right? They want to be a part of your circle, right? They want to engage your situation. They want to be a part of your frequency, right? They want to grow and they want to be so much more, right? They just want it, want. And then they have to ask if they need it. That's something, and you might say, "What the hell are you talking about, Suits?" Pardon me. We got allergies. I'm here in Mississippi, and the allergies and the dry air, it's kicking. And I've been walking looking for my cat, so I picked up a little cold. So I apologize. So if you see me go off like this, it's so you don't see me wipe my nose. Like John Cena, you can't see me. I'm not no gimmick infringement. But anyway, so let's talk about it. You're going through a hard time. You had a friend pass away. You had a parent pass away. You had an animal pass away. A family member pass away. You had an acquaintance pass away. You lost a job. You feel like you lost an opportunity. You were gambling big on this one thing, and it went boom, blew up in your face. And you're like, why? Why? I trusted this. I trusted the situation. I trusted what I needed to do. I trusted it. And it's not going. A lot of times, trust for us is going to be paramount for us getting better. We have to learn how to trust not only other people, but we have to learn to trust ourselves. And when you're working with spirit, there's only so much, right, that you can do, right? When I say so much, I don't mean like, oh, there's a limit on what you can do with spirit. That's not what I'm saying. So that's probably really confusing. Let me re-break here. Re-break. I'm making terms up as I go. Collect myself. So working with spirit, there's different types of working with spirit. There's individual working with spirit. There's working with spirit with like a counselor or a therapist or a Reiki master or intuitive or a medium, right? And you might say, well, what's the difference between working with spirit, right, and working with spirit? Like someone who's passed away, you go see a medium, right, and they're talking. Spirit is a frequency. My belief, a Suitsy thing at least. Again, this is my beliefs, ladies and gentlemen. Everybody here has different opinions, different beliefs. That's what makes the paranormal world so great. There's so much out there. There's so much out there. And we all want the same thing. We want to be educated, we want to be enlightened, and we want to entertain, and we want to have a resolution. We want to resolve. We want peace. We want happiness, right? So hard times. I think about that monologue from Dusty Rhodes, right? That he gives. Hard times. You don't know what hard times are. Hard times. I can't talk like Dusty Rhodes, so I'm not going to try. But we've all been there. We've all been at the hard times. Working with spirit, as we work with spirit, we have to learn that it's not just give. It's not just take. It's give and take. It's a door that go right, and that's important. You might say, Suits, why is that important? I'll say, well, because if we decide, excuse me. Sorry, I had to jump off. All right. So when we are conflicted, right? When we are working with spirit, when we're trying to be better, and we're growing, and we're doing our daggum best. I'm watching people on the who watch on Facebook too, so I apologize, ladies and gentlemen. All right. So I know it's late in some places, and I didn't put out the thing on time, so I apologize. So let's recap. Let's start. We struggle. We are human beings. That's who we are. And we're going to struggle. We're going to struggle a lot. We're going to go up and down and all around, and we're going to try to find where we belong and how we belong and to whom we belong and for how long. It's like when you're dating somebody, right? And you start talking about stuff, right? And y'all are on the same page for a lot of it, like, and then, boom, you say, I like Batman. And she's more of a Superman kind of person. And that, my friends, even though there's a Justice League, there's a difference of opinion. With working with spirit, people are going to have different opinions. During hard times, I like to call it the Sisyphus task. Sisyphus was punished in the underworld by pushing up a boulder up a cliff. And then when he got it up there, the boulder would come right back down. A lot of times during hard times, when we're working with spirit, we're trying our best to understand what that means. How do I find resolution? How do I resolve myself? How do I do that? It's very hard. It's very complex, right? Just like me going out looking for my cat. It's hard. It's complex. We have to understand that just because it's complex, it doesn't mean that it's impossible. If working with spirit was easy, everybody would do it, right? Everybody would do it. There's so many different modalities of working with spirit, right? You have people who are the churchgoers that work with spirit, right? You have people who are the paranormal investigators and the mediums and the intuitives, and they work with spirit, and that's how they get their answers, right? We have the creatives, and they connected to source, right? And they're like, we're creating, we're making. Now, all this, put this in under the umbrella of the struggle. Hello, Bridget, how are you? So the struggle is real. We struggle with understanding who we are a lot of times. Identity. It could be sexual identity. It could be professional identity. It could be spiritual identity. It could be family identity. It could be your creative identity. When we work with spirit during hard times, right? And some people say, well, hard times are every time for me. Let me tell you about it, Suits. You don't know what hard times are, brother. Let me tell you. And they'll go on and on and on. I have learned, and this, I'm doing great, Bridget. Thank you so much for tuning in. I have learned that when we are working during these hard times, and we start talking about our hard times that we're working on our hard times, usually either two things happen. One, we forget we're in a hard time. Because someone said, well, let me tell you something, Suits. Right? Or we really realize we're in a hard time. And we get down on ourselves. And we break down. We turn to Sisyphus. We're like, I pushed the boulder up the hill. I pushed it up, and it was there. And I woke up the next morning, it was down at my feet again. I recently had a friend who lost somebody, and we were talking. And we were talking about how that changes your life, how it changes you, how working with the hard times change you, right? I learned this when being 39, right, almost 40, and talking to people who are 18, 19, or some that are older, and they have a different perspective. Age, I know it's one of those old things. I can't think of it. Old sayings, whatever you want to call it, but it's true. Experience. Different people have different life experiences, and we have to understand and we have to respect that. Working with spirit is not easy. So when you're going through a hard time and you're like, I'm going to start working with spirit now. Let me tell you, I'm going to go to a medium, right? I'm going to go to a medium. I'm going to talk to a medium because I need to talk to my loved one who just passed away. Now, for some, that's okay. They have a certain relationship with spirit. For others who have just been watching it on Bravo or whatever, and they really don't know what a medium is, again, my opinions, guys, my opinions, just letting you know. I feel that when you go see a medium, when you go see an intuitive, you need to do your research. There are different kinds of mediums and different kinds of intuitives. And during hard times, right, I found it more, for me at least, in my personal experience, right? And I can say, because I've done it. I lost my dad. What did I go to? I went to an intuitive first. Because they showed me what was inside here, right? Stuff I already knew, right? But I didn't want to face, right? That boulder that I've been pushing up a mountain, right? That Sisyphus, I've been pushing up that boulder like, and then because when I wake up in the morning and I can't see that it's up there, I don't see the automatic progress, right? The boulder's right there in front of me again. That's why I have Atlas. If I'm working and I'm doing something, I just say, hey, I'm going through a hard time. Like today, I was having a hard time. I miss Avalon. I miss my cat. I miss coming home and seeing him. I miss feeding him, blah, blah, blah. And, it's hard. So if y'all will, if it's all possible, send out some good energy to Avalon. If he's found a new home, great. If he went off to join the angels with St. Francis, I appreciate the happiness and the good times. Or if you're making someone else happy, that's awesome. Let's just send Avalon some good energy. So back to you working with spirit with this boulder. You have to learn how to crack that boulder. You have to learn to not let that boulder always appear at the top of that mountain at the bottom of that mountain every single day, right? Once you pushed it up, the only way it comes back down is if you allow it to come back down. The only way that you allow yourself to do that is not believing in yourself. When people are working with spirit, right, and they don't believe in themselves, this is dangerous. You can talk to intuitives, you can talk to mediums, you can talk to Reiki masters, you can talk to priests, you can talk to whoever you want. It's dangerous. It's not safe. If you do not believe in yourself and you start working with spirit, right, you got to believe in yourself. That's not to say, hey, I'm lacking some confidence, God, and I really could. That's a different kind of thing, right? If you're going and you're approaching something, you're saying, hey, I really need some help with this, right? But if you're not allowing yourself to believe in yourself, right? That's hard. It's not easy. It's not easy to believe in yourself. People take self away from you all the time. They'll take it away. They'll be like, hey, you, we're gonna open up. We're gonna open you up. Right? We're gonna split you open. As we split you open, we're gonna look at that purple. We're gonna look at that. We're gonna look at that real blood that's pumping through your body. We're gonna see what pumps and makes you go. Right? Sometimes people don't want to see that. But if you believe in yourself, you can say, you can open me up. Go right on ahead. I know what's inside here. Blood, bones, muscle, sinews, a pain in the ass mentality sometimes, an eccentric behavior. I'm very well aware of my identity. It took me a long time to get there. It doesn't happen over a day. It doesn't. It doesn't. You know, when I teach actors, and you know, they're like, I want to be an actor. I was like, I'd tell them just, I go back. What do you mean you want to be an actor? That's why I'm here. I want to be an actor. I need to be an actor. It's about, if you're in an acting class, you're already an actor. If you're paying $150, $200, whatever it is, you're already an actor. That's an agreement you've already given. That goes for anything. If you want to be a cook and you take your hard-earned money to go to a cooking class, now that doesn't necessarily mean you're a good cook or a good actor or a good storyteller, but it means that you have entered the agreement with the universe. The agreement is, I showed up, I invested in myself, right? And I am going to do this thing, right? You can open me up, right? You can open me up. I truly believe a lot of things that happen with classes and all kinds of things, people don't ever really focus on those things. They don't focus on saying, you know, when it says, oh, hey, why are you here? Because I want to be an actor. Okay. Okay. Art is deeper than that. I want to be a paranormal investigator. Now, you might say, well, Suits, not a lot of classes on that. Now, there are all classes on being a medium. There are classes on being an intuitive. And there are classes on Reiki Master Teacher. And I mean, like, there's some, like, seminars and stuff, like at these big conventions and stuff. But really, you know, I think that's a little different, a little difficult, you know. But I want to be a paranormal investigator. I think people made that term up when that term came about because they didn't want to be called ghost hunters. That scares that says something. Investigator shows something different. And what I tell people, art history can be painful, but art is humanity. Humanity is there to show our illustrations. It's there to bring beauty and truth. If you don't believe me, go see the Eternals. It's a really good illustration of humanity. Even if you're not a Marvel fan, me and my wife went and saw the Eternals this weekend. First time in the movie theater since the pandemic, and I have to say, I enjoyed it. But Bridget says, I agreed to do the classes, but I'll occasionally cry in the process. Right? We have to agree to. All right. So here's the thing. If we agree to be a student, now some people will say, well, in high school and in elementary school, I didn't agree. My parents just sent me because it's the law. It's the law, man. We have to go. I'd rather be sitting, doing anything else. But yeah. So that's a little different. But once you agree to be a student, right? Once you agree to be, to exist, to know, hey, I'm going to open myself up. All right. I'm going to open myself up. Now, I want you to look at here. We got silver. We got purple. We got pink. Then we got some dark. We got the darkness, a little dark coming in there too, right? So the purple turns into the blue. So we're looking at third eye, right? And our voice. So working with spirit, in this case, can be a little difficult for some. We have to be very aware when we perceive something that we don't maybe say it. I had a great teacher who would say, just because you get it doesn't mean you need to say it. And you always have to ask permission, right? It's so funny. If you go to an intuitive class and they have that kind of rule, you'll see people be like, hello, yes, I have a question. Yes, I so-and-so, I think I've got something. I need to talk to you, right? Now you might say, Suits, what does this have to do about struggle? What does this have to do about burden? What does this have to do about the Sisyphean task? A lot. People go into spiritual classes and go into working with spirit to find answers. Again, I apologize for if I sniff. I apologize. I'm so sorry. Hold on one second. All right. It's great to have a little mute button on my thing. These earphones are great. Let me tell you. Just Corso. I don't know. They're great. I love them. But anyway, working with opening up. So when you start, I'm almost 38 and my parents can literally care less. So let's not put that energy out there for them. Even if they don't care. Even if they don't care, you care. Care Bear stare. Right? That's what we want to do. Let's pull another card. Awaken your magic. Now, this is a very different kind of card, and I want to tell people when they see this card to be aware of what that means. Working with spirit, awaken your magic. Ooh, this is like putting two things that makes a boom explosion. So many people come in and they're like, "Hey, I work with spirit, and I like magic, like Harry Potter, boom, woo, and all that stuff." And so that's not the kind of magic we're talking about. All right. The wizarding world of Harry Potter is not the kind of world we're talking about. Here's the problem. Hollywood has taken what we do as paranormal investigators, as holistic workers, as creatives, as workers of light and love, as educators and enlighteners, and has really given us a hard task, right? It's really hard because we have to explain to people that that's not what we do. You're not going to have the lightning come in, and you're not going to have the thunder, and you're not going to have the person come right behind you and be like ghosts and like playing that song. That's not it. That's not it. I'm sorry, it's not it. So we got to shed those old ideas, right? That we get in our head. They get stuck in our head of what being a medium, what being intuitive, what being a Reiki master, what being a paranormal investigator, what being a storyteller are. We have to make our own identity, right? Working with spirit during harsh times and not, what does he say? I don't have nothing to do with them anymore. Funny you mentioned Care Bears and Harry Potter. I just talked to my oldest about Care Bears like 2 minutes ago, and we watched. Oh, well, you watched Harry Potter, did you? Oh, boy, goody gumdrops. Oh, Lord. Get ready. Get ready. That's going to be some stuff coming for that. Watch Maya and the Three. That's a great cartoon. I just watched it on Netflix, Maya and the Three. If you like history, you like spirit, you like the Mayan culture, it's very, very good. I highly recommend it. All right, let's see what else we got. Awaken your dreams. Again, this comes up with pursuing the magic, right? The magic. I want to work with the magic, but I want to pursue my dreams. I want to be a this and that. And then people will say stuff to other people, and you'll be like, but you do realize that you're just a human being, right? That's just a thing. You're a human being. I'm a human being, and we might be a little weird, right? But we're human beings. So we have to realize, right? We have to realize, Bridget, you can still hear me, right? I never know. I have to sometimes press this, and my other job is make sure my mic stays on. All right. We have to protect ourselves. If we don't protect ourselves, if we don't know who we are, if spirit can stop now. I get it. Okay. That's the great thing about intuitives and mediums. And I had a teacher tell me, he's like, I would go to a class and there was one student in the auditorium. It's be the best class ever. And everybody in class was like, what do you mean? How would that be the best class? You're teaching one person. It's the one person that wants to be there. That's a thing. So when we're going through hard times and we're working with spirit, right? Don't automatically think, hey, you know what? I'm automatically going to get the best answers in the world. I'm automatically going to get this, that, these, and those. I'm going to do this, that. Oh, goody gumdrops, don't you know? If I work with spirit, I'm going to be perfect. That's not how it works. Anybody tells you so, run for the hills. That's not how spirit works. We have to start working together, right, to make this world a better place. We have to start working with spirit and respect spirit. Oh, well, you definitely got to watch Maya and the Three. My friend has her PhD in anthropology, right? Yes, and her thing is Big Maya. But I watched Maya and the Three. I'm on the last episode. It's really good. Arcane is also really good. If you like animation, and stuff. So Eagle, look at that. If you know anything about Mayan culture, Eagle's a very big thing. That's pretty cool. He's coming in. Create your vision. Create your vision. You may have a boulder. It may be a boulder, right? And you push it up, right? You push it up, right? And it goes there. Now, this is what I want you to do. I want you to push your boulder up, all right? This is what we're going to do. Ready? We're going to push our boulder up. We're going to push it up. Here's our boulder, right? Some euconite. I'll tell you a story about euconite one day that's make y'all laugh. So, anyway, here's my boulder. I'm pushing it up. Boom. Then it's all the way at the top. I'm going to enjoy that boulder. I'm going to look at every detail of what this obstacle taught me, right? If you work with obstacles, Ganesh is a good frequency to work with that. There's a great card deck, Whispers of Ganesh. I can't remember. I think it's Angela Hartfield. I can't remember who. I think it's Angela. but it's a great deck. Anyway, I want you to take your boulder, right? And I want you to push it over the cliff. And it's a big ocean. And as you take that and you throw it, you push it, and go boom. And that huge, massive explosion into the water, that boulder, all this stuff, the sound, the power, the energy, the frequency, that shows you have completed something. When you work with spirit, don't just think, hey, you know what? Work with spirit. I got it, man. Let me tell you. I just got to burn some incense, right? Play my tarot cards, and I'm good. I'm golden. I'm going to walk out. And you come back. You're like, hey, I work with spirit today. I'm good. I'm great. I'm golden. I'm good. I love it so much. You love it so much. Yes, I do. I love it. It's great. But then, all of a sudden, out of the blue yonder, right, you start thinking about other stuff. Other stuff starts kicking in. You're like, so do I need to like get some stones and stuff? Let's see what this card is. Be a spiritual warrior. You can't make that shit up, right? Be a spiritual warrior. You feel like you're called to be a spiritual warrior. Just because you're called does not mean you have to answer that call right now. Get prepared. Do not go half-cocked. You know that song, Only Fools Rush In? Don't be a fool. Don't rush in. Get your training. Get your understanding. Watch the Things Network. Read some books, right? Get Curiosity. Get Gaia. Also watch National Geographic. Watch stuff about Egypt. Watch stuff about the pyramids. Watch stuff about conspiracy. Know what the heck's going on. No, this is what I like. This is what I don't like. So when you're dealing in the muck pit, right? When you are dealing with the harsh times and you're working with spirit, right? And you're trying to understand spirit, but then you're like, I can't understand spirit because of, and you're making excuses. You're making excuses. Don't make excuses. Just say, I can't. It's hard right now. It's hard. Connecting with spirit, connecting with the higher frequency of my life is hard right now. It's hard because I'm missing my kitty cat. It's hard because my good friend's father died. It's hard because I had a job that I loved and then it went away. It's hard because I was this and now I'm that. And then apparently I'm these and those as well. It's hard because I had this in my life and my beer mirror. Right. You're right. But it does get easier. But so many people get on this whole spirit kick and they don't get on the humanity kick. Earth, wind, water, fire, earth. Earth, wind, water, fire, heart. Humanity. When your powers combine, I am. Never mind, I just dated myself right there. We got 3 people watching. 3 times a lady. 3 times a lady. All right, let's pull 3 cards. We got 3 people watching. Ready? Here's your card, number 3. Change is coming for you. Boom. Spread your seeds. That now, okay, let's be careful when we talk about that. We'll talk about it in a second. Harvest and sow. All right. So you're spreading your seeds out there. We got 5 people watching. All right. Cool. Thank you all so much. So spread your seeds. That means go out and communicate with people. Talk to them. Even in hard times, talk to people. You might don't have to commiserate. I used to do that exactly. I used to say, hey, isn't the life sucky right now? And they'd be like, dude, I just want to sit here and like enjoy a Coke and maybe watch some Marvel or some DC or read a comic book. I don't want to hear about your shitty life. All right? I don't. If you want to talk about your shitty life, They're people that get paid to do that. I don't mean to be blunt and rude, but it's true. Don't go dump on somebody. My wife has this great saying. She's like, this is how I hear it. Again, men hear different things. Don't dump on me. Don't dump on me. Don't dump on people. Right? Don't dump on people. I'm guilty of it. Probably you've been guilty of it. We just go in there like a big dump truck. We're like, boom, 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 boom. You don't understand. You need to be better. If you knew what I was going through, the pain, the agony, the fight, right? All these different things. So instead of doing that, let's do this. Let's go out and let's communicate people. You're talking about spirit, and you're talking about the conflicts that you're having while you're working with spirit. Having a mutual agreement with having a mutual conversation with somebody about working with spirit during each of you having a hard time, that's different. You're not coming in and being like, hey, drop my playing a country song, right? You're not doing that. You're doing more like a rock song, like, listen, we're going to get together. We're going to rock and roll. I'm going to learn some things. You want to learn some things? Yeah, let's rock and roll. Right? That's what it's like. Because then we have this mutual understanding, this collaboration. We're listening to one another. We're feeling good about one another. We're talking, we're loving, we're ending, we're loving, right? Love, when love is there and you're not dumping, right? Like I said, I'm prime suspect. I've been so guilty of dumping on people in my life, and I'm getting better. I'm human. I'm a human being. Don't forget it. You're a human being too. Sometimes we forget and we act like I'm that person to a T. Just because I'm out in public and look lonely doesn't mean I need the company. I'm working on it. Kind of. I wasn't doing your voice, Bridget. I was just doing voices. I apologize. I'm that person to a T. Just because I'm out in public and look lonely doesn't mean I need the company. I'm working on it. Kind of. That's a shirt. Bridget, you should trademark that. I'm working on it. Kind of. Let's pull a card for that. I think that's a card-worthy card. Moving on, right? As we move on, guess what? Dreams start becoming true. Dreams start moving true. So when move on, look, we got that ocean where that boulder went, right? We took that. Where'd my Euconite go? We took the Euconite boulder, right? Right? And went boom, right by that ocean. So we're looking down at that ocean and we're seeing the waves just go, right? If you look at the ocean, any writer will tell you this, an artist will tell you, looking at oceans, even if you're not a beach person, right, is one of the most inspirational things in the world. It really is. When you see the sky meet the sea, right, and then you see a dolphin go, or a whale go, or a shark go, or a ship come out of nowhere, you're like, wow. Or the stars fall into the ocean, right? It looks like the stars or the sun looks like sinking into the sea. That's the beauty of inspiration. That's the beauty of the creative vigor. So I talk about, spreading your seeds of love, of camaraderie, not commiserating, right? That brings energy down, automatic. Hold on one second. Back, sorry. My allergies, and I'm not about to wipe my nose on camera. I just can't. I can't do it. I can't do it. Can't do it. Wouldn't be prudent. Can't do. I can't do Bush, so I'm not gonna try. All right. Ancient teachings. As we have our ancient teachings, as we're going looking at that ocean, right? because we were on that cliff and we pushed that boulder down, and we see, oh my God, it's so beautiful, all the, and we walk down to the beach, right? And we see the beauty of this magical ocean, right? And this beautiful sea that we have, and the struggles that we're working with, the conflicts that we're working with. We're getting enlightenment because of we're looking at, wow, this is so much bigger than me. That's how you work with spirit. You realize it's bigger than you, me, Tom, Dick, Harry, Jane, Joe, Bill, all these people. It doesn't matter. When you realize, right, that you're working with spirit is a privilege and an honor, right? And it's going to allow you to gain insight into this beautiful world, right? With some beautiful people and some not so beautiful people. I swear I can articulate. With some beautiful people and some not so beautiful people. Better. Not great, but better. I'm working on it. We start to get a clarity of our belief. As we get our clarity of belief, you might see there's a butterfly there. We start to cocoon ourselves. We start to go into that place. Bridget, you're talking about just because you're out there and you look lonely does not mean you're alone and you're working on it. I'm telling you, you should make that shirt and probably sell millions and millions of dollars. I'd buy that shirt. I'm working on it, kind of. It's great. Opportunity beckons. See, look at that. You're in art history class, so something tells me you probably like art. So, opportunity beckons for you. Might be a shirt for you. I'm working on it. Opportunity. I'm working on it. If you see here, the person is staring down, right? What is this behind him? That's a boulder, my friends. That's a boulder. He has gotten in behind the boulder. He has decided, hey, you know what? I'm gonna enjoy it. I'm not picking it up yet. I'm not there. As soon as I get my cry cut set up, what is that? What? So you don't, and if you notice what the boulder has, it has 8 on it for infinity. So this boulder has an infinity of possibilities for him to pick up and to push up a cliff, right? And to let it, and then to throw it off, to let it go. I have a great acting teacher who would tell me, he's like, you go do the work and then you leave. The job is done. You do the work every night, every day. You don't leave. You don't take that home with you. You leave it on the set or on the stage or at the office, and then you, boom, the work is done. The job is done. Once the job is done, you leave. You go. I did a little sneeze there. I apologize. Oh, so you do make shirts, Bridget? Is like really? That's a thing? That's cool. Change your focus. Now, this could be a lot of times when you're working with spirit during hard times. This will happen. You will be focusing on, oh, Atlas, how are you, Atlas? Are you doing good? Yes, Suits, I'm doing good. You need to shut the hell up. Right? No, right. No. It's not. I'm just entertaining here. But seriously, what we have to do is we have to understand. We have to understand that during hard times, we're going to try to find any kind of answer, any kind of which way to get out. We do not want to experience pain. We do not want to experience. Well, Bridget, you know what that means? That means you take the boulder. You pick the boulder up, you go up the cliff, and you throw it down, and you go, right? And you make your shut. You make your shirt. You do it. You do it because you can. Boom, look at that. Share the love. Look at that, Bridget. Share the love. Before that, simply love. So you got to simply love what you're doing and you got to share that love. So as you're creating, as you're doing, as you're making, as you're working with, and you have these change of focus, like when you're working with spirit, right? During these hard times, right? And you're like, but I don't understand. This is simple. If I take a tarot class, I will get the answers I need. If I buy 2 of these, right, I'll get the answers I need, right? That's not the case. And I'm speaking from somebody from personal experience. Listen to me. If I buy a wand, right, I don't use the wand, but it just sits on my table, which just did for years, okay, for a year and a half, almost 2, before I really started working with it, right? If I take this eucalyptus, right, and I just sit it there and it looks pretty and I don't use it, I don't meditate with it, I don't like look at it and be like, ooh, it's red, ooh, there's green, ooh, that means heart, ooh, that means ground your heart, ooh, okay, good, right? The citrine, right? If I don't take this citrine, I say, okay, I got the abundance that I need. I have the abundance of all this knowledge the universe will give me pop, 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 every day. Give me stuff every day. And I'm not receiving it. I'm just saying, hey, you know what? My email is full. Click, 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 click. In my other life, I work on the phone. I talk to people every day. And you learn that people just some people communicate differently. We all communicate differently. So how you communicate your struggle, right? You know, you might think, "Oh, okay, I'm really talking to my heart here and I'm feeling kind of, you know, vulnerable." Right? And then somebody else might come in, John Boy might come in, by the way, "Hey, let me tell you. Let me tell you. So my life is hard. Okay? I'm gonna tell you why it's hard because my daddy said it was hard. That's what my daddy said. My daddy said my life was hard. It's hard. That's what we're gonna do. My daddy said I cannot daydream. I had to make a decision, so I could never dream, and that's bullshit. It's bullshit. We have the right to daydream. We have the right to make a decision from that daydream, right? Working with spirit during the hard times is not easy. We have to be aware. We have to take ourselves and we have to say, okay, we have to go to that ocean, right? We have to, from that cliff, we need to walk down or climb down, whatever you want to do. However you feel in your creative vigor, it's important for you to get down there and feel that water between your toes. I'm not a beach guy, right? I'm not a beach guy. I'm not a water guy. Never have been. But I can understand what that site does. What that site does. How it makes everything come into right dead focus. Like, here we go. I can see that. 3 people watching, 3 cards. Ready? 1, 2, 3. All right, y'all ready? Here's your 3 cards, people. You have the power to transcend failure and move into limitless future. Let sunshine revitalize your soul and color, transform your world. Be persistent and incisive, and all obstacles will be overcome. All right. So we've got a lot of cards here. And what I want to do is I want to kick back here again and look at what all this meant. That's what we do on Sundays with Suits. That's what we do on my daily shows, which will be starting probably in the new year over on Seth David Suits Healy on Facebook. You can follow me over there too as well. You can follow me at the Eccentric Medium. You follow me at the Uga Suit Directive. You can email me at sundayswithsuits@gmail.com. I think that's the email. I'm pretty sure that's the email. Let me see. Well, yeah, that's the email. That's the email. All right. Or you can email me at the eccentric medium@gmail.com. Don't you love when you have stuff out for notes and it just suddenly disappears and you're like, where the hell did it go? I don't know where it went. I'm confused. Woo-wee. Okay. All right. So, hello, Rob. How are you doing today? All right, let's pull Rob. Let's pull Rob a card real quick. Ready, Rob? You ready? We're gonna pull you two, Rob. Ready? Boom, boom, boom. We're gonna pull you win or lose and the throat chakra. Okay. Pardon my snipping. We got allergies where I am in the world of today. All right. Okay. So here we go. It's 9:30. By the time I finish this, it'll be 10. And make sure y'all tune into the next person what is here. Make sure you're supporting the Things Network. I'm here every Sunday at 8:30, unless otherwise specified. So we got some cards here, and I know some people will tune in. They're like, I'm going to hit the last 30 minutes of the show because Suits talks about stuff, and sometimes I get it, sometimes I don't, and then I get it, and then I don't get it, and so I try to. I'm a chaotic thinker and speaker. That's who I am. So we talked tonight about working with spirit during hard times, and we talked about Sisyphus and how I tell people that you take the boulder, you push it up, and the only reason why it's down at the bottom again is because you allow it to be at the bottom again. You don't think that you're worthy enough. You don't think you can do it. Okay, but you can. So I tell people to push. I told people to push the boulder, push it, and let it boom explode into the ocean. Let it, depending on the boulder, depending on the size, opportunity is going to knock. That you're going to hear the vibrational energy. Once all my cards just fell. Once all that happens, success is more than likely because you have agreed. You have agreed. It's just like when you go in, you're talking to your friends and you're struggling about stuff, right? You don't want to commiserate. No. But you want to share. You want to share. You want to hear what their part is. You want to learn from their struggle, right? And you want to become better. You want to help them become better. The great rule of improv is, if you don't know, is to make the other person look better. That's the rule of improv. My job is to make that person look better. Yes, and. Never disagree. Yes, and. Yes, and. So, yes, and I am wearing a blue shirt. Yes, you are wearing a blue shirt, right? Or yes, I am wearing a green shirt, and I might not be wearing a green shirt. I might be wearing a blue shirt. Yes, you are wearing a blue shirt or a green shirt, whatever it is, right? You get the picture. All right, so here we go. This is for everybody hoping to understand about how to deal with spirit during harsh times, because it's not easy. It's not easy. We all fight it. Excuse me. 1 second. All right. I feel like I got slime sometimes with this allergy. All right. Who's ready for Ghostbusters? Here we go. So the first thing we're going to talk about is bat and echolocation. This tells me, ladies and gentlemen, that you need to get ready to something may in your life may be taken away. Right? The bat cannot see, blind as a bat, but he or she adapts. So what that tells me is you're going to have to adapt to your situation. It's very, very important that you learn the art of adaptation. Yes, you have the power to transcend failure. Do not forget that. And move into limitless future. You have that power. You have to say, yes, and. Yes, and. I agree. Yes, and. Parrot comes in. Let's let that sun shine. Let's all the colors of the rainbow, all the colors of the ocean hitting the water, right? Let sunshine revitalize your soul and color, transform your world, right? Let all those beautiful things start transforming you, right? Allow, accept, but only allow and accept those terms and conditions if you know the weight of the terms and conditions. Working with spirit is not just like, hey, you know what? Hey, you know what? Hey, you know what? Hey. That's not what it is. It's yes and. Yes and I'm ready. Yes and I'm grateful. Yes and how can I make this world a better place? Yes and I'm not praying for myself today. I'm praying for everybody else. When you get to that place in your life, working with spirits, speaking from personal experience, is a hell of a lot easier. When you're not automatically like, God, can I please have some roller skates so I can go riding? God, can I have some roller skates so I can go riding? Right? No, no. Hey, God. Hey, universe. Can John Boy get that piano he really wants? Because I know he's going to play that piano and he's going to help touch a lot of people. That's the stuff right there, man. Let me tell you. It's the rule of improv. Everybody's going to make you look better. You make your partner look better. But you don't do it because of that. You do it because it's fun. You bless people because it's the right thing to do. You ask for blessings upon people because it's the right way to be. No matter the pain or struggle that you're in, you accept. Yes, and. Be persistent in your pursuits of passion and power, but be patient, dear friends. Remember, the mouse is in the church. Why is the mouse in the church? Why do they allow the mouse in the church? Ask that question. Why? Why is the mouse in the church? Because the mouse is a symbol for persistence. The mouse is a symbol for quiet. The mouse is a symbol for taking as much as he needs or she needs, a little hobble to make their family. Got little space. Now, I'm not condoning allowing mice into church. Okay? Don't come after me, organizations of churches. Don't do that. What I'm saying is symbolism here. So, mouse, persistent and decisive, and all obstacles will be overcome. Let go, let God. Take ego out of it. Ego, edging God out, right? It doesn't matter if you're religious or not. It's great. It's a great saying. Edging good out if you have to. We don't want that. We don't want to edge anything out. We want to be. We want to encompass. We want to allow. We want to hold. We want to embrace. We want to accept. We want to exist. We want to create. All right? Simply love. That's what we got to do when we're working with spirit. We just got to simply love ourselves and love our fellow man and our fellow woman and our animals and our foes. We got to love them. Don't give them the privilege. Don't give them the power. Right? There's a part of the new He-Man in the second part, which I'm praying to. I have this feeling the second part of Revelation is just going to blow people away. Right? Kevin Smith's a genius. No matter what you say, Kevin Smith's a genius. And He-Man apparently, he has the sword, right? I don't know. This is from preview, so and I have the power. He doesn't have the sword, but he just said, I have the power. And Skeletor's like, what? No, how? I have the sword. No, I can't do Skeletor's voice. I can't do Mark Hamill. I can't do it. But you have the power. It's within you when you simply love. When you simply love, you share that love. You share it with people. You communicate. If you know that somebody's struggling and they're working with spirit, they're working with the spiritual quest, right? And we're going to talk about that probably in a couple of weeks. So how to work during your spiritual quest during hard times, because that's a little different. That's a little different. But working with spirit, working with dealing with how to enlighten and educate yourself and to grow in yourself, that's hard. It's not easy. Nothing worth anything is easy, ladies and gentlemen. Right? Nothing. Okay. Daydreams and decisions. What this tells me is that people are doing a lot of daydreaming, which is fine, as long as you know you have to wake up and get off your ass and go do something about it. Right? I've told the story about my wife. I was sitting on my ass watching Netflix, and my wife does this a lot because she's just a genius. Uh, I was sitting there, and she's like, "Have fun at work." I was not employed at the time. She's like, "Have fun at work." The next day, I had like 4 intuitive mediumship appointments because I heard "have fun at work." My body started sending out that energy, right, and accepting that energy. I was like, "Okay, I will," and I didn't even notice it, but it was accepting. Yes, and so when somebody puts that yes and out to you, say yes and I will do it. Yes, and I will work better. Yes, and all right, 9:36. Use your voice. Find your voice. I've talked about Freeing the Natural Voice, Linklater's book. If you're working with voice stuff, it's very important. Voice and the Actor is also a really good book. If you're trying to discover your voice, working with your voice. Tongue twisters like to sit in solemn silence on a dull, dark dock in a pestilential prison with a lifelong lock, awaiting the sensation of the short, sharp shock from the chippy chopper to the big black block. I had to do that every day for years. Ancient teachings. Learn from your elders. Just because you think you know everything, guess what? Yeah, you don't. I've been there. I was like, hey, they used to call me Actor Man because I thought I knew everything. I quote Stanislavski, Meisner, Uta Hagen, in Paranormal Investigator, be like, hey, I know everything about the Warrens. I know everything about this. I know everything about that. I can quote about horror movies. Right? That's great that you can do that. But guess what? There's always going to be a bigger dog in the yard, right? There's always going to be a bigger dog in the yard. And you have to respect the yard, right? You just don't go up against Undertaker. You just don't. You got to respect the yard. You got to respect the yard. Harvest and sow. So when you spread your seeds, we talked about it a little earlier, you got to learn how to harvest and sow them. You got to learn how to get what you put at the hard work in. So when you're working with spirit during hard times and you are successful, man, the crop that you get is unbelievable. Perfect example. So I was unemployed. I lost a job I was at. It ended. And I was like, I just don't know what I want to do. I don't know what I want to do. I don't know what I want to do. I did this. I did that. And my wife, again, because she's a genius, she just started looking. And I was looking too. I'm not going to say I wasn't, but I would never have seen this. And said, do you like talking about movies? Do you like talking about stuff? And my wife's like, yes, he does. Click. That's not to say I didn't apply, right? I had to go to the interview. I had to do everything. But it's teamwork. She knew something that was great for me, and she knew that it would be, it would enhance me. This was during a very difficult time. I was working with spirit. I was very confused. I was very angry. I was like, Lord God, Heavenly Father, why? Why have you put this Sisyphean task on me where I was doing something I love, and then all of a sudden, I'm not doing that anymore. I'm doing this. So it's hard. It's hard. So as you spread your seeds out there, make sure that you spread them in fertile ground. You don't make it too hard. Keep it simple. Kiss it. Keep it simple. Keep it simple. I'm not gonna say stupid. Keep it simple, soul. Keep it simple, soulfully. Okay? Keep it simple, soulfully. All right? We just talked about spread the seed. A change is coming. Like that song. A change is coming. Right? I learned now that before I go to work, if I listen to 16 Tons, right? And then the circle be unbroken by, and I listen to that song with the version of Mama saying, Daddy saying bass and Mama saying tenor, my energy is completely different. And it prepares me and it gets me going. Before I do a mediumship session, I always listen to Undertaker's theme music because it takes me to nostalgia. It takes me to balance of spirit. It takes me to calmness, right? It takes me to respecting the yard. Be a spiritual warrior. That does not mean go out and face the biggest, baddest, lowest frequency you can find. That's not what that means. And I'm sick and tired of people saying it is. Like, I'm a spiritual warrior. I'm going to go face me some D words. Or, like, and then they come back and they got their tail between their legs. And they're like, oh my God, I thought I could do it. I thought I could do it, but I can't do it. And then they're singing songs about him. He thought he could do it. He thought he could do it. How we do that? We create our vision. As we create our vision, we protect our vision. Very important. We protect our vision. We awaken something within us. Awaken our dreams. When we dream, that's where magic happens. That's when the good stuff comes in. Gets in those juices. So creative juices start going through your brain. You're like, it's like the Doctor in Doctor Who, and you're transforming. Right? Now you can open up. Now you can open up. You've taken the boulder. You've thrown it away. You're at the ocean. Oh, you're looking at the sun. You're looking at the moon. You're looking at the stars going into the sea. You're looking at the two horizons. You're looking at dolphins and sharks and whales. And you're saying, wow, it's so much bigger than everything. I'm just this. I'm going to get to be a part of this. And that's amazing. Because you've changed your focus. When that happens, guess what? Opportunity beckons. Because you've changed how you view things. That clarity of belief. And your dreams start coming true because you believe in who you are. You start moving on. You start moving on. Because you're shedding that old. And you're pulling your Excalibur out. You're having that moment. You're pulling that sword out. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, it has been a pleasure. So, if y'all have some questions, I got people watching. I end at 10. So, let's talk. I'm here for you. I hope y'all enjoyed that. Bridget, you got any questions for me? Rob, you got any questions for me? Let me see if anybody on Facebook has anything. Okay. Nope. Awesome. So just continue to work on yourself. It's not a hard thing. It's not it's a lot easier than you think to find those opportunities, to change your focus, to open up, to awaken your magic as you shed that old, to awaken those dreams, to protect your investment, protect who you are, to get that eagle energy so you can soar, so you can be a spiritual warrior. So you know change is going to come. Because you spread your seeds. You've risked, you invested in yourself. You're waiting for that harvest so you can sow it. You've taken time. You've said, hey, I'm a student. I'm here to learn. I'm an actor. I'm a dancer. I'm a football player. I'm this. I'm that. I know who I am. Know thyself. Know thyself. And then there's another one on the other side. I got to figure out what it is. But they should be together, but they're not a lot of times. Know thyself. I'll figure it out next week for y'all. Use your voice. Use your voice. Speak up. Forever hold your peace. I teach you. Speak now or forever hold your peace. Don't be afraid to daydream, but also know when to wake up. Up. Share that love. Share it. Okay? When you share love, You simply love. And you can be that mouse in that church, just being persistent and getting ready. And being that cockatoo, sharing those colors, sharing that vibration, sharing that love. No matter if you're blind, you can see. Aha, unto thy own self be true. Yes. So, yes. So, anybody seen the Eternals yet? We have any Marvel fans in here? Y'all ready for the Flashpoint movie? DC? Or am I just a nerdy geek all by myself? Could be a nerdy geek all by myself. I could do that. But we just want to make sure, y'all, that everybody understands that no matter the pain, the anguish that you're in, working with spirit, it's not a automatic, you know, like when you were a kid, you could save the Nintendo game, like automatically have the Nintendo Genie and you save, cling, 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 or I don't know if it's Genie saved. That's passwords. But you know what I mean? You save, click, save. That's not how it is, at least in my opinion. Oh, very excited for the Clifford movie, Big Red Dog. Yes. It's got some really good imagery in there about size and about differences. It's gonna be really great. I think it's gonna be very opening about what people how people portray things. Just because I'm big, I think of Mice and Men, Lenny. You know, is it Lenny? Pre-K. You know, we just have to be aware. So when you're working with spirit during hard times, just be aware it's not going to be instant. It's not going to be instant. Yes, I think we all want to be big kids. I think so many people get into spiritual work because they want to feel that imagination again. We had a game when I was a kid. We used to play Predator Prey, and there'd be a predator on the podium, and we'd all be prey. And sometimes they blindfold the person, sometimes they do other things, and we'd make noise, and they'd be like, "Who's over by the chair?" Right? And the person would have to say, "Oh, you're wearing a blue shirt or a green shirt or a red shirt." It was all about observation beforehand. This is key. We have to observe our life. We have to understand our life. Okay? This is important. It's essential. If we don't understand who we are, we don't know, right? If we don't know thyself, and to thy own self be true, and we don't carpe diem the situation, we don't engage our situation and make it so, we don't struggle to entertain and to enlighten, to educate, so we can have a resolution of self and soul. Right. Bridget, how old are your kids? So we have to be aware about acceptance, and we have to be aware about these different things. I also think we have to be aware that you don't want to push the button too much. You don't want to push the button too much. Now, some people are going to be very angry at me and be like, "Hey, push the button. Time to push the button. We need more. We need more. We need more." We've been seeing the same damn thing over and over again. I just don't want people to use these things that need to be very much in the clear. I had a great teacher once tell me, he said, if you can make a story, a good story about something great, that's awesome. But if you can't make a good story about something great, then you need to start working more. If you're not shooting for a great story about something great, if that's not in the top echelon of what you're doing, and you're just writing to write for no purpose, like Emily Dickinson, that's great too. That's great. But if you're writing for people and you're not putting out something to be great, to believe in it, to ignite, to engage, there's something wrong. All right, guys, it's 9:51. I want to make sure everybody, the next show that gets on here is on, that I'm not taking their time. So, onward, upward, greatness abounds. Soak up that humanity, create your art, and make your impact. We're the army of now. So, our children and their children and their children's children don't have to be in armies. No, they can sit by the beach and watch and see that they are so much they have allowed, they are above, the world is so much more, right? The world is so much more. We're this in the world. Art is, paranormal is, holistic work is. You can't just simplify it. You just can't. You can't. But as long as you go out there and try to learn and love, simply love, study the ancient teachings, get that eagle eye perspective, you will have the power. You will have the possibilities to be prosperous. So be peaceful, my friends. Uga Sooth, healing is life. Life is healing. Same time next week at Trinity Station at the Wolf Bear Den on Things Network. Make sure you're giving all these people likes and loves. Share this video with your friends, your fellows, your countrymen. Follow me on Instagram, The Eccentric Medium, the Uga Sooth Directive. Right? I haven't made a Sundays with Suits Instagram yet, but we'll get there. And always you can get contact with me at suitshealy.com. Thank you all so much. Thank you, Things Network, for this opportunity. And I'll see you again next Sunday, live from the Wolf Bear Den at Trinity Station. Uga Sooth, and good night.